Hey guys, how's it going? It's Mr. Case again. I'm here to go over the Day 13 science for my 4th graders. We've got essentially 2 sheets. One's front and back, one's just one-sided. That being said, let's get into that front of the first page. So it kind of just gives some different causes and effects of human use of resources. So, it gives different causes, different effects. Those I would just kind of go through, read aloud, kind of go back and forth and realize the cause and the effect. Then they also give some scenario cards on the other side. Just read through those. And it just gives different scenarios, like you are a deer that wants to drink water. You walk to the river nearby and notice it is extremely low and almost dry. Just kind of gives those different scenarios of, well, okay, what was the cause and the effect? That's what you want to think about when you're reading those scenario cards. If you turn to the back of that page, so it says effects of energy skit. Record the environmental effects of the energy sources in the table below. So it says environmental effects of natural energy resources. So it's going to ask for effects over solar energy, which is sun energy, hydroelectric energy, which is water energy, fossil fuels, so fuels that we dig up in the ground, something that Kentucky is very well known for. And then there's wind energy, which is obviously energy we get from the wind, using wind turbines. And then it's got some questions there, just ask you which energy source caused the least harm. How is the wildlife affected by the energy resources? How are humans affected by the energy resources? So just some questions there asking about those different energies that you go into detail about the effects, the environmental effects of them. Then over to the side of that, you have what we like to call a CER, which is claim, evidence, reasoning. So it usually gives a prompt. I'll go over the prompt real quick. Write a scientific explanation for the relationship between the use of natural energy resources and the effect they have on the environment. So what you're going to do, your student, they write a claim. So the claim is just pretty much their bold statement. It's what they're going to say. I always use an example for this. So an example of a CER is like if I was talking baseball teams. And my prompt was, who's the greatest baseball team of all time? Though I might disagree personally with this statement, but just for the example, my claim is the New York Yankees are the greatest baseball team of all time. My evidence, they've won, how many is it now? 27 World Series championships. My reasoning, well, they've won 27 World Series championships, which is more than any other baseball organization alive. That's kind of like a summary of how a CER should be. You have a claim, then you provide your evidence, and then your reasoning. So with our prompt here, write a scientific explanation for the relationship between the use of natural energy resources and the effect they have on the environment. So the claim, so you're just going to make a claim about a relationship between the use of natural energy resources and the effect they have on the environment. So, well, for the claim, I believe that using natural energy resources can have a blank effect on the environment because, you just make a statement. Then you go into your evidence, which, if you go back from your cause and your effect, you're going to find some information there that you can be like, well, I know this because, or this relationship between the use of natural resources has this effect because, give your evidence because it is seen here, and then, when you get to your reasoning, you're kind of backing up that evidence. You're saying, well, okay, I know this because, or this can be seen here, and you're like really giving a lot of detail when you get to that reasoning. I know that sounds a little goofy, but students we've done CERs before, so they're gonna, if once you say claim, evidence, reasoning, they're gonna know what to write down, or if they get a scribe, they're gonna know what to tell you to write down. So that is that first sheet. And then if we dig in that second sheet, so it kind of actually gives you a rubric about what they want to find in the claim, like what's going to be the best. You know, student makes an accurate, complete claim. Then you got your evidence. Student provides 2 or more accurate pieces of evidence, uses labels and addresses variables. And then reasoning, you know, for your top score. Evidence is connected to the claim and includes scientific principles and vocabulary. So that's kind of just a rubric of how they score, how Miss Anderson scores that CER. All right, and then right next to it, you got, it's a tiny little quiz. It's just the concept attainment quiz, which sees what has your student been like retaining from all this. So part 1's a vocabulary matching. So you got your different vocab is the words renewable, non-renewable resources, fuel, natural resources, and energy. So they're just going to match those words with the definitions, which is a source of energy, a resource that nature can replace, resources that cannot be replaced by natural processes within a lifetime. So that's coal, oil, natural gas, rocks, and minerals, not made by humans, and that which is needed to do work. So that's all the definitions for those vocabulary words. You just got to match them with putting the letter on the line right in front of it. And then part 2 is identification. So you're going to decide whether each item below is made from a renewable or a non-renewable resources. So it gives you 8 different ones, well 7 different ones. All you got to do is write renewable or non-renewable right next to the statement. So 1 says paper that you write on. Number 2 says the pencil that you write with. 3, plastic marker that you color with. 4, wooden table that you use. 5, television that you watch. 6, a leather belt. 7, gasoline you put in the car. And then 8 says which item above has the greatest impact on our environment and why. So you pick one of those 7, pick which one has the greatest impact on our environment, and just give, you know, simple detail why. You know, just give an explanation. So that is day 13 of the science. I know it might seem a little overload, but you know, I know the students very well, and I know they can definitely do it. So you guys hang in there, stay tough. If you need me, you know, you can contact me, text, email, or phone call. Outside of that, guys, you know, keep staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.